Welcome back to NoobTubeTV. Today we're going to be talking about how to make Madden better, how to make it a more interesting game, how to make it a little bit more immersive for the user. And the first thing we're going to be talking about is how games end. In this case, the first one we're going to be talking about is taking a knee. It needs to have an end game option, and when you win a game there should be some sort of celebration. And what you're going to notice anytime you play Madden really, and you're getting towards the end of the game, and whether or not it's a big game or not, which we'll cover here in a couple seconds. I actually take a knee, there's no more timeouts for the other team, they can't stop the clock, the game is effectively over. Now, a couple things could happen. I could run another play, I could try to run up a score, get some stats, but I'm not going to do that. I try to play as sim as I possibly can, unless I'm playing the Steelers. Since I'm a Browns fan, I like to beat them on Madden since we can't beat them in real life, and I like to run up the score. But in this case, you have one option, it's QB kneel, and that's it. I'm of the opinion that they should be able to add QB kneel and then QB kneel end game, which just puts you into the end game animation. EA's talked a lot in the past about wanting to make these games a little bit shorter for the user. Some people have been concerned about that, but I think that's a good possibility of switching it. Another thing is winning big games. And then the do you know where the weight room is? A little bit of an animation. We'll get to that. Whenever you're playing franchise mode connected careers, as we'll have in Madden 13, you win a big game, you make it to the playoffs, or in this case I just clinched the division with the Jaguars. I take a knee again, they have no more timeouts, so I'm letting the time run down, and they stand around, they're not congratulating each other or anything. I mean, these guys are actually going to end up getting a first round bye. They have one of the best records in the league, and they just kind of stand there. Not only do they just stand there, you're going to see after the game ends, they kind of look like Tommy Boy, and they're like asking someone, do you know where the weight room is? They just kind of stand there, and it's one of those things where you see it and it kind of ruins your immersion. It's one of those things you see in a game that you're playing, you're happy you won, and then they just kind of stand there. They're kind of dead. They're almost like zombies, really. So hopefully that's one thing EA can take a look at and maybe fix in upcoming games. Another thing is when any team, if it's yourself or your CPU, in this case it's Tom Brady. I'm getting ready to beat the Patriots with 52 points. They scored in the last couple seconds, and Tom Brady's celebrating like he just won the division. I'll put it in slow motion so you could see it a little bit slowly. They end up making an extra point, blah, blah, blah. But fact of the matter is, I just beat them 52-24 with the Bills in New England. Tom Brady doesn't celebrate losing. Tom Brady pouts quite a bit when he loses. In some cases, he gets just flat out angry. So hopefully this is one of those things that EA can fix in the future. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope the developers enjoyed the video and it helps them out a lot. Happy gaming.